Okay guys, welcome back. I'm gonna show you how to make the mead tea that I make. It's just like making mead, but it's not because we're not gonna put yeast in it. But this is also gonna be a tea, so I'm gonna be using Bengal spice tea bags, and I'm gonna be using Earl Grey tea bags. I'm gonna use more of the Bengal spice. If I remember, I'll tell you like how much of each. But I mix it up each time. So there's really no precise recipe for this. I'm just giving you a guideline. Fresh apple, fresh orange, because this is going to be a really amped up version. Some vanilla. We're going to have some nutmeg, some dried orange peel, though I probably don't need that since I do have the fresh orange this time. We're going to have some ginger, cinnamon, nutmeg, and I always forget one. And I'm going to use a little bit of this cane sugar, some of the light brown sugar, and of course there's honey in it. There's a lot of honey in it. You're going to need this sugar because it's going to tend towards bitter with some of the fresh fruits. But if you don't like that, you don't have to use it. And also putting a little agave in it. And this time for a treat, I'm going to throw some berries in. So every time I make it, it's extremely different. This just feels like the right recipe for this time. I'm going to get all this stuff in a pot with some water, and I will see you guys then. Okay guys, welcome back. This is like the step 2. I told you to put the water in here. The water is in here, both juices you saw. The apple cider, by the way, was just pressed apples. I went to Giant Eagle, if you're local, to get all this stuff. That way I could get just one apple, one orange. And they had the freshly squeezed orange juice and the cider. The berries are in there. I also threw some raisins in because it's traditional in mead. There is a ton of the honey. There's some of the brown sugar. There's some of the cane sugar. There's a little bit of the agave. Now, you don't have to throw that in, all of it in. If something doesn't appeal to you, swap stuff out. Also put all the spices in. I have 6 of the Bengal spice bags and 3 of the, what is it? Earl Grey bags, and this is going to come to a boil. It's going to take forever to come to a boil. I'm going to cook it, not very precise amount of time, but until like it feels right. And then I'm going to take it off and I'm going to let it steep for a while. So I will be back with you guys when we've made some progress. Okay guys, welcome back. Hopefully am I in focus? Okay, I hope I'm in focus, but as you can see, we are at a full boil now. I get it in here any closer. So that is going to boil for about 15 minutes. Because there's whole fruits with the skin on, that's going to boil about 15 minutes. Yeah, and you can see like all the gorgeous colors. It's changing now. I know for tea drinkers that sounds like, oh my god, you're brewing it that long. It's going to brew in there for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to like take it off the heat and let it like steep more. When you're using like mostly herbal tea bags and just like a few main tea bags, you're going to be okay. And Earl Grey, I found, works really good for this method. It's not going to get that really bitter taste. It's not going to turn your stomach or anything. But that's also why we add honey and sugar and everything. It's going to balance out. If you would use another tea, it'll balance it out. So I will return to you guys once our time is up. And yeah, that's Loki in the background. I'll be with you when the time is up, and I've taken it off and poured a cup just so you guys can see what it looks like. We are totally done brewing, and I poured myself a glass, and this is so good. You can taste everything in there: the blackberries, the raisins, the oranges, the apples, the cider, the orange juice, the tea bags, the spices. It's really, really heavenly. Plus there was the honey and the agave and like a couple kinds of sugar. So you can taste it all in there. And that's what I like about doing this at home. I mean, if you don't have the ability to do it at home, or like you find it cheaper to just go out and buy like the equivalent, that's fine too. But you know, when you want to do an offering and you want to make it something special, sometimes it's nice to just have the ability to get out a pot and like throw fruit and tea and like sweeteners in, and that way you know everything that's going into it. It's not like a mystery, and there's nothing like having it freshly brewed. So I'm going to let you guys go, and then I'm going to get to my mead, which has mysteriously gone down since I poured it. I, like, poured it as an offering, yeah, and then I walked away, and it, like, mysteriously, some's gone. Okay, so I have to go, but if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.